All right. You know what I'm saying? We getting it in. We getting it. Oh shit. Getting it in. I'm not gonna count that. I wasn't ready. But yeah, Dave shuffling cards and shit. What the fuck going on? Don't judge how I shuffle. I always feel like I'm shuffling wrong or some shit. I'll be like self-conscious about that shit. So I'm doing it off to the side, you know. Don't worry about it. I got it. We're gonna tap into these business energies for the week ahead. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna start off with, you know, what we need to be valuing. You know what I'm saying? As far as like energetically, what we need to be valuing. What we need to be, you know what I'm saying, what's going on with it, how's our business doing, like, what's going on with our business, and shit like that. And also, I wanted to say that, so what I'm going to do is on the Patreon, right, I'm going to have house transit readings. So, this time around, I'm going to post them for free and everything, just so y'all can get a feel for what they is. But basically, I'm going to be going through all the signs, but talking about each sign through the ascendant, right? But I'm gonna be looking at your 2nd, 6th, and 10th house, and it's gonna be a house transit reading. So it's gonna be a reading specifically, you know what I'm saying, basically like breaking down what's going through those houses within every rising sign. So, and then I'm gonna do the same process where it's like we talking about the house transit reading, like it's gonna be a overview, general transit, like overview for the sign. Transit reading, house transit reading, which is going to be the astrology portion, and then I'm gonna pull the cards, the full card pull out. You already know. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we coming, yo. That's how we coming with the Esoteric Hustler Academy and shit like that. So, you know, we're gonna get into it. And so, like I was saying, we got our first energy. So we got the 9 of air, right? So with this card right here, off the bat, so we know that air dealing with communication and shit like that, and for the most part, so you know what I'm saying, starting off the bat, you know what I'm saying, that's what the value is coming from. It's like us communication is the value right now. I believe the 9 was basically the number 9 represents it's the Sagittarius energy. It's dealing with a bit of optimism, a bit of wisdom, being wise in who we're communicating with, or being wise about our communications in general, being wise enough to know that we need to speak up, being wise enough that we know we need to, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like that, or it's I forgot the word, but kind of like that energy of just kind of knowing who to communicate with and knowing who not to communicate with, you know what I'm saying? And then like coming to better conclusions about how to go about your networks and shit like that. So that's kind of what we need to be valuing right now in general. It's just air-like things, communication, but also being wise about it, and being wise and not, you know what I'm saying, not just talking to talk, but talking about something that's getting you somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Talking about something productive type shit. So, you know what I'm saying? What's going on? That's the idea of it. So the idea is coming from a space of communication. Let's get a little more information. Let's see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? See what's going on with these energies and shit pertaining to business. Now we're looking at what we need to organize, or what the problem is, what the actual problem is. So we know what the circumstance is. We know what we're dealing with this week. Let's figure out what kind of the problem is. What do we need to be aware of as far as, you know what I'm saying, something we need to organize or criticize within our business, and as it pertains. This shit kind of fun, yeah. This shit kind of fun. You know, yeah, but for the most part, you know, with these energies and shit like that. Hold on, relax. No one told you to do that. Okay. All right, so Sorry, y'all. So I apologize. Trying to get this shit together. All right, so for the most part, this popped out. So this is the 2 of fire. So with the 2 of fire, this is going to be other people's creativity. So don't go criticizing other people's creativity. You know what I'm saying? Fire deals with creativity, expression. This is other people's feelings and expressions. So just being that it's 2. So, you know, relating to energy be the relationship energy. So right now, off the bat, I'm kind of getting the energy from this is like, you know, as far as what we need to organize, it's either the relatability of our own creativity. Yeah, I feel like the either the relatability of our own creativity, but also we need to organize or try not to criticize other people's or actually, I ain't gonna tell you what to do. Matter of fact, you know what I'm saying? It's a situation where you might need to criticize other people's creativity, but not in the sense of trying to be like judging them in a negative aspect, but maybe seeing how other people get their expressions going and how other people express themselves, or consider other people's expression. You know what I'm saying? Don't just shut everybody down. Or like I said, it can kind of play either or, where it's like a situation where it's like, well, you know, you don't try not to care too much. It's like, you know what I'm saying, it can play out either way, where it's like it's either to, you know, to look at other people's expression and creativity as a form of inspiration, or it's to not allow the way someone else expresses themselves onto you to deter you from what you know you need to be communicating with, or, you know what I'm saying, or being paying, you know what I'm saying? So in a nutshell, I feel like basically valuing your communication and having confidence. That 9 for me is also saying confidence, because 9 is like also the number that, like, the highest number. So it's like, that's kind of like you knowing you knowledgeable on what you're communicating about. So knowing that you know what you're talking about, figuring out, organizing a better way to express that to others, or make it more relatable in your expression, as far as like how you go about expressing your passions, you know, or not passions, but just expressing yourself, you know what I'm saying? Knowing how to make that shit that you know about, that you're talking about, because you know what you're talking about, but making it more relatable as far as how you express it. So that's kind of where the 6th house energy is, what we need to be working on, what we need to be criticizing, what we need to be organizing better ways to relate what we're trying to express. All right. And so now we heading into what we need to actually take action on, you know what I'm saying? What we actually need to be taking action on, and what we need to be initiating as far as a new pattern, or a new, not necessarily a routine, but a new blueprint. You know what I'm saying? A new way to be practical about it, a new way to think about it, a new way to go about it for the week ahead. You know what I'm saying? For the week ahead. Hey, I'm feeling this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let me know in the comments if y'all if y'all feeling this. Like, I'm enjoying myself. And like I said, it's gonna be, so, you know, I'm gonna pull cards for all the signs and shit like that. This time around, I'm gonna do it for free. You know what I'm saying? But next time around, it's gonna be a Patreon content. You know, just so, you know, we can keep this shit alive. I'm trying to do a lot with this channel and shit like that. I see a lot of opportunities. I see where my content is needed. You know what I'm saying? Where I can actually, you know, help somebody figure this shit out. You know what I'm saying? Because we all in this shit together. You know, so we got to make the best out of what we doing. And the way the world's going now, it's like it's like, who knows what the system gonna be. But for the most part, this is just making sure that at the end of the day, you at least got something that you know that you can do as a business to you know what I'm saying, to make it into the material world. You know, you got something that you can utilize in order to you know what I'm saying, sustain yourself, and you know what I'm saying, you can create from a more authentic space. You know what I'm saying? More authentic space and shit like that. So yeah. So what's going on with the 10th house and shit? Okay. Oh shit. Okay. A little cluttered and shit. But that might just be me. It's like I said, I'm terrible at shuffling and shit. Ooh, damn, I'm fucking up. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. So yeah. But for the most part, you know what I'm saying? Like I was saying with all that shit, you know what I'm saying? That's just something to keep in mind. So, you know what you're talking about. Like I get that feeling. Like, you know what you need to be, you know what you have to offer. You know what I'm saying? So whatever it is that you are communicating about this week when it comes to your business, like, you know what I'm saying? You know it. The question is just how you gonna make it more relatable. How you gonna put it out for the public to receive and feel what you actually trying to say. You know what I'm saying? Because that fire energy is also about feeling too. So it's about, finally. Okay, cool. So we got the king and air. You know what I'm saying? So for the most part, what this is saying is what we need to act on is basically giving grand support through communication, because we know the king energy is about grand support. It's about externalizing. You know what I'm saying? If it was the queen, it'd be more receiving, but this is externalizing. So this is externalizing grand support as far as through communication. So this could be participating with your network more. You know what I'm saying? This could be and like I said, you're making your creativity more relatable. So for the most part, it's like what you want to be doing is putting out energy in a way, like I said, you know what you're talking about. You're knowledgeable now within your environment, or I won't even say within your environment, but you're knowledgeable about whatever it is that you're speaking about, you're communicating about. So within that field, taking your expression and making your expressions more relatable so that you can give grand support to your network. You know what I'm saying? Give grand support to your network or your audience. You know what I'm saying? So whatever it is that you're doing as far as your business, you'll be able to offer something of great value to your audience through learning how to make your expressions more relatable and things of that nature for the most part. And so that's what you need to be taking action on. Taking action on new ways to give grand support to your network or your audience. So coming up with new content ideas, new ways like giveaways, you know what I'm saying, different techniques and things that you can do to get your audience involved, whether it's giving out free merchandise or, giving out free music, free, you know what I'm saying? Just think about, and it don't got to be free necessarily, but creating value in a way in which you can give it to your network or your audience. All right, so let's go ahead and hit that conclusion. What is the conclusion of all this? So, you know what I'm saying? For the most part, like I said, a lot of communication this week, a lot of creativity too. But yeah, number 9 could be also like a culmination. Okay, 2 cards popped out and shit. Okay, cool. So we got grand support with the earth. So we got king of earth. So that's gonna be I'll be saying these names weird and shit like that. The king, this is gonna be basically giving grand support to material, or giving, you know what I'm saying? Giving, yeah. So I don't want to say it's giving and not gaining or something like that, but it's just like being able to give grand support as far as practicality towards whatever it is that you are working on. Like for instance, this could be you coming up with an idea that support that, or a concept that you can place your creativity in to actually make it more practical and stable type shit. You know what I'm saying? And also got the jack, the blackjack. You know what I'm saying? The blackjack, which is basically, you know what I'm saying? Basically, this gives an emphasis to whatever this is. And this energy, it being the black one, this is more dealing with internal energy. So there's an internal energy or an internal feeling as far as supporting this energy. So kind of like kind of goes along with that earth energy of just being an internal sense of practicality that you can incorporate. Like basically, like I was saying earlier about how it's giving grand support in the form of material, right, or practicality to something going on internally. You know what I'm saying? So this does nothing more than to support or enhance this right here. So with all these coming out, it's almost like you got an idea. That idea is something that you need to value, and that idea is just like whatever you've been communicating about, whatever you know about that you can communicate about as far as content that you're trying to put out, or what you're basing your business around. Basically with this, it's like an accumulation. So, you know, you've accumulated enough knowledge to talk about it. So talk about it with confidence. You know what I'm saying? Talk about it with confidence, and don't be afraid to get out there and express yourself. And through that expression, or speak your mind, I'll say. And then through that speaking of your mind and that expression, you're trying to make it more relatable. That's what you need to be focused on, and what you need to organize. More ways to make that relatable, whether that be actual content that you're trying to make more relatable, or just in general, you know what I'm saying, what you need to be going about, how you express yourself, your creativity itself. And then you're doing that so that you can take action on giving grant support to your network or your audience. So taking what it is that you had as far as a gift and what you knew about, creating more relatable content for it, and then giving it to your audience or your network, or having it within your network so that y'all can all use it to gain. And what you're gaining is an internal sense of grants, you know what I'm saying, which you basically internal sense of wealth, giving grant support to material things, you know what I'm saying. And then if we're looking at the symbols as well, it's like a gem there. So it's like there's an internal gem waiting on you. Now, you know, it kind of get tricky because like this is giving grant support. So giving is an external thing. So not necessarily you receiving the grant support, but through giving you could receive, you feel me, type shit, where, you know, I even feel like that's where this come in, where there's an internal sense where you have a strong internal sense of why you're giving grant support, or you have something worth giving grant support to. And it doesn't have to be in the form of you giving money to someone else, or, you know what I'm saying, even money exchange at all. It could be you giving grant support to an idea that is going to lead to it being more stable. So whatever platform it is that you have, making that more stable, you know what I'm saying, from an internal level, you know what I'm saying, a deep internal level. So something that you know what I'm saying, as yourself kind of deal with and shit like that. So yeah, that's for the most part, you know what I'm saying. And also, I chose to say network here because if you see, it's like a motherboard, you know what I'm saying. So like that off the bat makes me think of network. This right here is like an explosion. And this right here being a whirlwind, an accumulation of you knowing a lot and being able to, that's a force, you know what I'm saying. So what you know, what you've grown to know and get knowledgeable about, that shit is a force, you know what I'm saying. So you can utilize that to your best benefit and shit like that. Yeah. And so I'm gonna get some quick numerology real quick. Hopefully I do this right, the numbers. If I end up doing this wrong, just let me know. But you know what I'm saying, because I'm trying to, actually, you know what, I'm gonna make a post, because I gotta look it up. I don't know if the king's a 10. No, there's a 10. I don't know if like it's like the, what is it, queens be 11 and then kings be 12. Is that how it go? I'm not sure, but I don't want to just be saying shit out of my ass. So I'm gonna leave this reading where it is and shit like that. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a separate post and talk about the numerology, and then I'll know for next time what the deal is. But anyway, yeah, I hope this was helpful and shit like that. And yeah, this is gonna be the new format, you know what I'm saying. It's gonna be the new format: overview, astrology, and then we're gonna dive into the motherfucking cards. And then like I said, every week I'm gonna do this at the beginning of the week, and also make separate videos for the full moon. Yeah, well, yeah, that's gonna be the breakdown. So I'm gonna do this every week, and I'm going to pull pull cards, do the same thing for each sign. But that's gonna be on Patreon and shit like that. But this week is gonna be free. It's gonna be free for everybody, so y'all can get a feel for what an actual house transit reading is. Because, you know, when it comes to business and things of that nature, how I want to do this is just like, I feel like, you know, houses be just as important as knowing where the planet's at. And so, you know, we'll be able to dive into those transits and see, you know, what's going on specifically as pertaining to your rising sign. So anyway, I'm gonna make those videos right now. Basically, it's gonna take a minute for this to upload. It's about an hour and a half. So this is gonna take a while to upload and shit like that. While that's uploading, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot for the other joints. And yeah, my goal is to get it out by today, but we'll see. You know, if anything, I know for a fact this will be up, and then for each sign that'll be up tomorrow. So anyway, much love, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.